Hello and welcome back to the Google.rs development stream. It's Byron speaking, and we are tackling issue 108. In the previous session, we've basically figured out how to deploy our stuff as tar.gz and how to do that on the server in an automated fashion, and also how to, of course, generate the index that matches this. And something that would be very nice to have, and this is what this issue 108 is all about, is if I could link to the command line documentation, to the command line tool documentation, and have a download section that kind of cross-links everywhere. So you can download the tool from here right away. So you don't need to go up to the index, which many people don't know even exists, you know. Who knows that you can go here? Besides that, it's not so super comfortable. And I think I will keep these links here now that I have the crates links, like the index, for good reason, right? You should get there to your goal, to your target fast. But I would like to link individual tools, like if I want to post, and this is what I'm going to do, by the way. If I want to post, hey, you can now automate drive with your command line, then I want to link the drive command line tool documentation here, and have people download it right from here, right? So that's the whole idea. And I'm going to look at this one, and I stared at this before when preparing the previous video for upload and stuff, which is still exporting, which also reduces the frame rate of my current recording, unfortunately. And now it's kind of all much slower thanks to QuickTime and all of them using the graphics card, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, that's how it is. I'm really maxing out my system right now, compiling at the same time, which also probably leads to slower or less FPS, but that's okay. And I'm a screencast after all. So anyway, long story short, I'd like to have a big fat download section here so that it's super obvious. I was thinking that maybe I just stuff it here with little icons, which might be okay, but I want to make it official, and I would also like to backlink to the source code just in case people want to have a look at that, and so on, right? This is really it. And yeah, I have especially source code backlinks. I think I have them somewhere. I have the code to do that. Maybe this one even links back to the source code. One day it will actually show up on screen. Here we go, on GitHub. So this on GitHub link obviously is something I probably want to link to. Yeah, so this on GitHub link also goes to the command line interface now. And yeah, let's see how that could be done. That's the uploaded documentation, so that's not going to change here. But instead, I'm going to just build the local one. Also, I will build it for discovery because that will be much faster to do. And then I will update the documentation pages on the VPS or using the VPS just to, well, have the latest version and have the download links working and stuff. And then it's all about compiling for release as fast as possible, maxing out my computer for the entire night, I suppose. Good, so let's make discovery 1 CLI doc, which should just build the documentation for me one day. I mean, as I said, everything is kind of slow now. Discovery is the smallest documentation there is, and it's the smallest API there is, and it's still taking ages. So this is what I'm going to manipulate here. If it shows up one day, there we go. Program download URL. I guess I want that kind of as a reference. But it's gonna happen here in commands Mako. Commands Mako. Bang. Oh no, wait. No, wait. Is it here? It's kind of manually written, the usage stuff, so I think it should be here. About curse. No, wait. That's the where's the manually written one? Interesting. See, I forget this stuff easily. Docs. So there's just this one, and then make docs YAML macro. No, that's not the one. Oh yeah, that's the README file. It's doing a double duty thing. So, but I know if I think I should know here whether or not I am called from. Where is this? Where's the def? Yeah, I thought I would know if I'm called or under which circumstances I'm called, but apparently that is not the case. I'm just forcefully symlinking the README file. Oh, my computer is maxed out. Yeah, so it's symlinking the README file, and I should also start the timer here. Again, so it's symlinking the README file to the index markdown. Here we go. To the index markdown file that is used as is by MakeDocs, which builds this beautiful documentation here. So we have no clue basically what we're in. So the original intention was to possibly not have these download links if you're on GitHub, but why not, you know? So let's put it in. Downloads. You can download the pre-compiled 64-bit binaries for the following platforms. And this is going to be a little generation loop where I'm going to iterate over the platforms. And for now, I just drop the names there along with the icon. And I think maybe the icon first and then the name that is a download link. Yeah, what about that? Okay, so let's do this for OS name in. Oops. And if it looks slow, it's really that slow. For OS name in Ubuntu. And now I use the same thing twice here. Can we put the OS name somewhere? Make types. Look. No, wait, that's not the OS names, unfortunately. Make OS names, HTML index. I could put this list in my shared configuration, which probably is a good idea because then it will work right away for everything and I don't have to care about it. Yeah. I think I want that. I think I definitely want that. So how do I call it? That's the only question here. HTML index? Nope. It's more general. Make, let's call it make platforms or something. All known platforms we build for in prettified custom names using prettified custom names because that's by no means real platform names, right? It's just our way of saying, well, we've got Ubuntu and we've got OS X, and then in future I can just deal with that like that. Good, so let's change this right away. For as in, it's not hard-coded anymore. Now it's make platforms. Cool, the same thing we do here. And make platforms, thank you very much. And for. And all we want is a little bullet here. And an icon. It's an icon like this. I think this is how you force it to be shown instead of being visible like that. If I remember correctly, I will just give it a whirl. And then we have it under HTML index. And now this is kind of too specific again. Considering we've just added this recently, we can also still change it. URL. We could call it URLs. URL info. Let's call it URL info. And change it on the side here as well. HTML index. We call it URL info. I don't want to go with URLs because that might be a bit too short. And we are in a global namespace here, and I'm afraid to have a clash. This is why I don't do it. so I live with a longer name, but I think that's better. URL info, now I can, without feeling bad, use it here. So that's URL info, asset URLs get. And then we go, it's kind of the same code as we had previously. img, that is the OS name. OS name img. Obviously, I want to substitute this like that. So URL info, assert URLs? No, asset URLs. Again, asset URLs. I tried out. Here we go. That's expected to exist, so that will crash if the get fails. That's our icon. And we don't link that up to anything. Just an icon that is for the prettiness. And then we go with the plain OS name. OS name. I just keep it lowercase. Why not? And link it up to the respective program URL, that program download URL that I thought I had copied here. And now I have to try to get all the data there that I need, but I think that's not a problem at all if I find the file that I'm interested in. That's not the one, that's the one. Good. There's gonna be a long invocation here. So let's go through it. Download base URL, that's still the same thing. Program type, we know it. It's CLI. And that's actually in our current context because we have been launched as CLI. Well, we are generating CLI, so that's how it is. Cargo build version is our one. OS name, that's what we have. AN, so the version that we are that's actually name and version. This is also in the global namespace. We can use it as is. This is how this stuff works as well, program name. So name version. Okay, so that should actually provide us with the links we were looking for. Let's try it. Looks good so far. Oops. Oh yeah, true. We didn't import it. Always a common mistake. Where is this coming from? I think program it's shared because it needs to be used in index as well. There we go. Now we should have a download section here with images. Awesome. And we can click it and it will tell me that, oh, it's actually there already. That's cool. Because I put it there. Yeah, and obviously I have a name clash here, but I was thinking about it. Should I make it more unique or not? I don't think so. It should be simple, should be a nice simple URL. People will click the right button and deal with it themselves. The program won't execute if something is wrong anyway, and that's how I'm going to roll with it. Keep it very simple. Usually I have the attitude that these names should be very specific, so that it contains the platform information and everything you ever want to know, including the version, just so that you don't have this kind of clash, so that you can just download it and drop it locally, and you don't just obvious what's contained in there. But considering the program itself knows everything about it, I think I'm better with very simple human readable links here, like this. DL, Bionimo, Google.rs, CLI, O2, Ubuntu Discovery. So I think it's all in the URL here. And locally you have to manage your own stuff, and that's how it is on the following platforms. Boom, boom. And I like it. The icons happen to be perfectly fine. It gives you a bit of a a better visual appearance, not so boring in a way. Some color on the landing page, and then we should link back to the thing. We should link back to the GitHub repository. Let's see what the code does. I think it is in I have to think lib r. Oh no, there's doc Mako something. No, let's have a look where this is. It's in lib, arbit schema, mbuild. Is it shared? No. I mean, it has to come from somewhere. I think it's in lib. Yeah, I think here is, that's a lib Mako. Sidebar. That's the one. And I think here on, that's where the docs are done on GitHub. That's the link. Okay, so it's in util, GitHub source root URL, and I think this util is possibly shared between others. Util Mako, GitHub source root URL. Yeah, this could actually work, which makes it even easier to use it. It's in Mako lib util. Yeah, that's shared. Cool. And I should have access to this from here. Namespace util. That's the guy. Cool. So it's util dot something. Find the source code. So here the download. Find the source code on GitHub, and then we just dump it there. Util dot blah blah blah. Nothing else. Try it, and that should just work. There we go. And it's putting me to Mastergan Discovery CLI, which brings me here. Awesome. So it's kind of the same thing, repeated, but that doesn't matter. It's a source code. From here, you can probably figure out what the parent project is and kind of, get the gist. So that should be all you need to jump from one part to the next and be happy about it. And that's how I imagine that. I think that's how it wants to be. That's very nice. So I verified this actually works. So all I have to do is commit it, right? Is there anything else I could be missing here? No. Download. Awesome. Shared YAML, lots of renames, some refactoring thrown into the mix. So that closes 108, I think. Yes, 108. In any case, if I may type it, and then it's feature. It's more like docs CLI, added download information. That way, it's easy to obtain a, oh, it's compiling again with full power. Oh yeah, all 8 cores are maxed out, and that's 4 kind of virtual ones. So that way it's easy to obtain the, oh my god, respective, oh my god, it's really that slow. The respective pre-compiled binary, as well as seeing the source code. Overall, it makes advertising, or let's say promoting the tools easier, as the CLI docs can be linked directly. That is that. Cool. And not to forget, skip CI, just for our environment. Here we go. I think I should be able to push this if it lets me. There we go. Okay. Which closes my issue in real time. And we are done. It's like 15 minutes in. That's cool. So thanks for watching and have a great day.